Okay. Another way to determine if an equation is a function is by looking at the graph. And probably another way of thinking about that is if somebody gives you the graph of an equation, you can tell pretty quickly if it's a function not based on an observation. So there's this test called the vertical line test, and it's pretty simple. If you look at the graph of an equation, so this curvy line over here, two examples here by the way, this curvy line is the first example. If I look at this curve and I want to know if it comes from a function, I have to see if it passes the vertical line test. And the vertical line test just says this. If you can take this graph and draw vertical lines through it anywhere, and those vertical lines will only hit the graph once, at most once, okay, it's a function. Okay? So if every vertical line I draw only hits the graph once, okay, then it's a function. So I can just start drawing vertical lines everywhere, or visually just think about vertical lines coming down and hitting the graph. If any vertical line hits it more than once, it's not a function. Okay. So no matter where I draw a vertical line, it's only going to hit the graph once. Okay. So this one is a function. Now over here, of course, not a function. You can see immediately because there's at least one vertical line that hits the graph more than once. So in fact, let me just draw one here. Okay. This vertical line hits the graph 3 times. Okay. Now that's a problem. And why does that mean it's not a function? Well, it means it's not a function because vertical lines are all points that have the same x-coordinate. Okay. So maybe this is the vertical line x equals 1. Okay, it's the line consisting of all points with an x-coordinate of 1. Well, if this vertical line hits the graph a couple of times, it means that the graph fails the requirement of being a function. When x is 1, I'm going to have 1, 2, 3 different y values on my graph. And that's exactly what a function can't do. A function has to have only one y value for every x value. But we can see here that when x is 1, the graph has 3 different y values. So this one is not a function.